All right, Steve, it was good talking to you. I'll see you later. Okay, bye. Have a happy Lent, a sad Lent, a holy, I don't know. All right, it's halfway through Lent. You're figuring the thing you gave up for Lent is either too wimpy or way too intense, and you don't know whether or not you're having a good Lent, whatever the heck that means. But fear not, Steve the Missionary is here to give you 6 ways to know you are having a good Lent. You know you are having a good Lent if you have already failed. For Lent, I have decided to give up my morning Twitter binge with a rosary. Pretty basic, right? Don't look at Twitter before you get to work. Instead, pray a rosary the minute you wake up. Guess who failed this morning? Yeah! I have found the edge of my devotion and spiritual intensity and asceticism, and it is pretty lame. It's good. It means I'm working on it. If I was practicing an instrument and never made a mistake, it would mean that I'm not practicing hard enough or playing difficult enough music. Same thing with the spiritual life or the prayer life. Speaking of, number 2, you are praying. Actually, this is a way to measure a success in anything. There is no such thing as spiritual success or spiritual growth without prayer. It's important to pray, is what I'm trying to say. One of the pillars upon which you build your Lent should be your prayer life. It should be happening. It should be growing. It should be dynamic. It shouldn't be the same from one day to the next. There should be a drama, a story of what's happening in your prayer life from the beginning of Lent to the middle to the end. But that being said, number 3, this is all happening especially if your prayer sucks. Lent is described as a desert. One time in college, I was having a very terrible Lent. I would pray, but nothing would happen. I would try to do good deeds, but I didn't really feel like it. I was kind of sad all the time. Had I just broken up with my girlfriend? I forget. I had probably just broken up with my girlfriend. And I went to a priest and I said, Father, I'm having a terrible Lent. And I would explain all of these things to him. He would go, It sounds like you're having a very profound experience of Lent, reminding me of Jesus who was in the desert. And in that moment, I hated that priest. If you're having a dry spell in your prayer this Lent, you're actually having a very profound Lent. And I want you to get ready for a very happy Easter. Number 4, your money situation has gotten a little tighter. Lent is a time of giving, almsgiving, giving money away to people that need it. And it's not a bad idea to give until it hurts. I already know the amount of money I'm going to give, but not the place where I'm going to give it. So if you have an idea, you could write it down there. I'm looking for a place that's local to me, specifically with people in material need. I'm warning you not to take this quote the wrong way, but I'm still going to say it. Mother Teresa once told us to love until it hurts. And if you keep loving, you will realize that there is no longer any hurt. There is only love. Give until it hurts. And then you realize there's no hurt, there's only giving. Donate until it hurts. Give alms until you realize that it's getting tight around here. Number 5, you have stopped trusting in your own spiritual power. Jesus himself told us, blessed are the poor in spirit. Blessed are the ones whose souls are weak and they know it. Fasting will definitely do this to you, make you realize how dependent you are on so many things that aren't yourself. Hopefully this means you realize how much you are dependent on God, but Lent is also about baby steps, like getting there. You are not going to be a holy person under your own power. You're not going to get to heaven under your own power. You're not going to finish out this Lent under your own power. We are dependent upon the one who made us. We are dependent on God. We are dependent on salvation from Christ. The faster you figure this out, the easier it's going to be. And finally, number 6, you know you're having a good Lent if you are very ready for Easter. I have a story of a friend of a friend who was dating a girl who was an Orthodox Christian. Orthodox Christians do Lent a little bit differently. They basically go vegan for the entirety of Lent. No meat, no dairy, no eggs, no oil, no alcohol. All of Lent for everyone. So you can imagine that the party that gets thrown at the church after Easter liturgy is basically only meat and alcohol all day. Not a bad way to go, I'm just saying. So this one guy who isn't Orthodox but is dating an Orthodox girl decides to go through Orthodox Lent. Side note, my brother's dating an Orthodox girl, but he's not going through Orthodox Lent. Lame. You would randomly catch him just staring off into space, clenching and unclenching his fists. And you would ask him, you'd be like, hey buddy, are you okay? And he would reply, I'm just getting ready. Every one of us should have an aspect of that in Lent. We're just ready for Easter to happen. If any of these things ring true to you, then don't worry. You are having a good Lent. You are going towards God and God is rushing toward you. And that's part of what this season is all about. That's part of what our lives are about. So take care of yourself, keep praying, keep fasting, keep giving alms, and I will see you guys at Easter. I will also see you guys helping me get new subscribers to my channel, right? Right? Yeah?